Hey everyone, it's Lindsay and welcome to my channel. If you're new here, don't forget to click the subscribe button. So today's video, I want to talk about how to let go and trust yourself, trust your intuition. So something I've really been thinking about lately, and I think it's something other people deal with too, is how do we trust that life is going to go the way we want? You know, when we talk about manifesting, we visualize. We have what we want. That's what we talk about in manifestation, right? I want this. Let's imagine ourselves there. Let's really like sometimes to me, it feels like I am holding on to this dream. Like it has to be this way. And if it's not that way, then something feels off. We get too attached to the things, the outcomes of manifesting and achieving our goals. Whether or not you believe in manifestation or not, you probably do if you watch my channel, and it is real. But either way, this is something we as human beings do. You know, we talk to people, we have an outcome that we want it to be. And you know, how can we let go of that? And so that's what I wanted to talk about in this video. How do we let go of that sense of control where we can just trust that things are going to be attracted to us and they're going to come to us? And there are three pillars of this I think I want to talk about today. Pillar number one is going to talk about why we do this, our sense of control. Pillar number two is going to be about how we let go of that. And pillar number three is going to be all about trusting. So let's first talk about our sense of control. I started thinking about this lately because I'm kind of one of those people who want to control the way things go. You know, when you're a really good manifester, and I have manifested a lot of things, you get used to thinking like, if I do this, I'm going to get this outcome. You know, if I say, I love reading about psychology, how you can talk to people and, you know, make your life benefit you by just the words you use and the questions you ask. I find that stuff very interesting, but also it is a form of controlling an outcome, and we don't want to do that too far. And the reasons we do that is because we live in a world where it's constant change. You know, they always say the only thing constant is change. And, you know, I realized this while reading the book, The Power of Now, recently. If you haven't read it, it's by Ekart Tolle. I think that's how you say his last name. I will link it below. Teaches you how to silence these thoughts and why we want to control the world and everything around us. And that's because if you really take a step out of your own thoughts and you think about everyone in the world, the universe, everything in it, you realize everything you see is a projection of yourself. So you look at a tree, you define a tree as how it is. You know, you have created this little world of how everything works in your mind, whether it works that way or not. And that gives us a sense of comfort, security, because we really have no control of our everything in the day-to-day. We have to create it, and that is part of the beauty. But sometimes, you know, we have to realize in a sense that we are creating the sense of control, and we can't control everything that is happening around us. And okay, here's an exercise we're going to do right now. We're watching the video. Look right behind me. Now with me, and I'm going to do it with you, describe what you see. So for me, I describe a TV. I can see a TV that is off. I see a plant. I see some books. You know, I see different things in a shelf. Now, how long did it take for you to think that? That whole thing took a couple seconds. But the moment you see it, you know what it is. You don't even have to. You spent all of those thoughts describing it that you didn't need to do because your brain already knew what was there. Think of when you're driving in a car. You are driving past all of these trees. You don't stop and like be like, I must remember this specific tree. No, you look at the tree and you go by and you let it go. And that's how life needs to be. That was such a great metaphor when I read in that book, because we don't hold on to that tree. We just let it go and on to the next moment. And that's how we have to be with life. We clearly have that ability to let things go. You know, like that tree on the side of the road. We need to be able to let go of other things that are happening within our life. So that brings me to number two, I will call this part, the art of letting go. What is, if you are a law of attraction fan like me, what is the final step to the law of attraction? The final step is let go of attachment. If we want to receive, manifest, whatever it is we want, we have to let go of attachment to that outcome, because we have to trust that we put in the work and we put it in the universe, and it takes time for things to come back to us. We have to flow. We have to let go. We can't hold on. I want this so badly that we're stressing ourselves out. I've talked about this in other videos, we're gonna attract more stress into our lives. But when we let this go and we say, you know what, I put out into the world what I want, and I trust that what is best for me is going to come to me, that is when the things come to you. What are the best days you can remember? It's when you had no expectation of that day. You were just enjoying it. You were enjoying the moment and things came to you. We've all harnessed that energy, and that's so important that we need to let go of attachment to an outcome. We have to know the outcome we want, but we have to be open to things coming to us. They might not be exactly how we want them to be, or maybe they will be, but we can't hold on so tightly to these ideas that we can't live our life and keep moving forward, because we don't have control over everything. And that's not the point of manifesting the law of attraction, trusting yourself in the universe. I mean, if you really trusted it all, wouldn't you let go? Which brings me to number 3. How do you trust that the things you want are going to come to you? How do you trust that a person is not going to hurt you? How do you trust all of these things? Well, here's the things. The secret is you can't trust any of those things, but you know what you can trust? You can trust yourself. And so what that means is you have to trust the judgments you make in life. You have to, one of my newest mantras, I want you to say it with me. This is called anchoring. I do this actually, this is what I did. I had a healing. It's called anchor healing. And one time, this was the anchor position. So I want you to do something like this with me. I have a mantra for this. It's called, I am confident in my convictions. And I hold my hands like this. This is how I anchored it. And anchoring is something psychological. You move your body a certain way. You remember the feeling. So whenever I say I'm confident in my convictions, I meditate for a minute and I do this. And why this mantra is so important for trusting yourself is because you can't trust how other people are going to treat you. You can't trust if a job is going to be the job you want it to be, or everything's going to go the way you want. But what you can trust is yourself. And you need to tell yourself, if I'm in a situation that is not serving me to my highest potential, I trust myself enough that if it got to that point, I can walk away from it. I can let it go. You cannot trust other people or other things, but you can trust yourself. And that's really the secret to letting go, is trusting yourself so much so that you know that if you say something, you're going to work towards doing it. You're not going to be perfect every day, but you're going to do it. If you're tired and you don't feel like working as hard that day, trust your body, honor it, trust that you know what is best for you. If you make a decision and you say something to a person, how we all say, oh, I shouldn't have said that, or maybe I could have said this better. Just trust that in the moment you did the best you could do. And when we fully trust ourselves, our actions, and we are confident in our convictions, instead of putting it on other things and other people to give us that trust, that is when you can let go. And that is just one of the most freeing things I have learned lately, is we can't control things, but we can trust ourselves. And it just feels so beautiful knowing that when you make a decision, instead of thinking, man, that didn't go the way I wanted to, or I didn't say this right, or what if this person does this, you think, you know what? I'm so confident in my convictions. That's what makes me happy. I stuck to me. I did my best. And I trust myself. I trust that when I make a choice, it is going to be the right choice for me. I trust that if I'm going to take a step back or relax or let go, I trust myself that I am making the right choices, that I'm going to let things come to me, because with that, people respect that. People respect that space. When you come to the table trusting your choices, not only do you feel better about yourself, but that is tenfold. You will begin to attract the things towards you. And on top of that, you're going to feel amazing. You're going to not have that weight on your shoulder every day, because you're truly working every day to trust and love yourself. So that is my little tidbit for the day of how to let go. Just to reiterate at the end of this video, the 3 steps are: recognize that you're trying to control a situation, and realize we can't control everything, and all these little things we imagine may not be what's really happening. Number 2, let go of attachment to your ideas. Let go. Realize that it is okay to let go. And when we let go, things come back to us. And that is the most important thing. And number 3, when we want to let go, we're ultimately trusting ourselves. When we trust ourselves, when we are confident in our convictions, we are able to let go of the outcome, let go of attachment, let go of control. And that is where the magic happens, where we are living in a state of flowing with the universe. And most importantly, we are enjoying each moment, because we're going to look back on our life one day, and we look back when we're younger, we're like, why were we so stressed out about that? If we could live each day knowing I did my best, I was myself in the situation, might have not been perfect, but you know what? I was confident in myself. I trusted myself, and I'm always going to trust myself to make the best choices for me. And that is really one of the secrets to manifesting, the secret to trusting, and the secret to letting go. So remember, I'm going to say it one more time. Trust yourself. And let's do the mantra together. I am confident in my convictions. Okay? That is the secret. So thank you all so much for watching. If you're new here, don't forget to hit the subscribe button. Also, if you're still watching, I hope you made it all the way through, but I'm going to be launching an gratitude, happiness journal soon. So I'm in the process of making it. If you're interested in testing it out, let me know. And send me your social media. You can DM me on my Instagram at Lindsay B. Hoffman. If you want to try beta testing it, because before I launch it to the public, I want to know if you guys have any edits, and I'm really excited. We have a lot of big things coming this new year, and let's all work together and manifest it. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye.